Hi, just a quick one here. So what we have with this machine is it starts up and runs extremely slowly. So the operating system takes probably north of about 3 minutes to actually start and get to the login screen. And once you do, the trackpad movement is extremely jerky. Now, there's a few causes actually that lead to behavior like this. I don't know if it's just restricted to the Airs, but it's most common on the Airs probably because they're the most popular machine, especially in this particular year group. First most common cause is an issue with the trackpad or the trackpad flex. So there's a few sensors inside the trackpad assembly that the main board requires, and if those sensors aren't present, so it's not seeing it because the trackpad's faulty or the flex cable is damaged, flex cable that's connecting to the main board is damaged, it won't see those sensors and it'll throttle the CPU to minimum clock speed, and you'll also see the fan ramp up to maximum speed pretty much instantly after starting up. On this machine, that's not the cause. So the second issue might be that the machine simply needs a PRAM reset, so you'll do that, and that might occasionally clear it up. The third most common issue is that if the EFI, or common cause rather, is if the EFI ROM has been rewritten but the ME region hasn't been cleared, then that will also cause, it won't manifest as any hardware anything that you can actually pick up in Apple hardware test or any diagnostics, but the machine will run noticeably slowly, and sometimes it might work fine, other times it might not. You'll just get weird behavior. So what I'm going to show you now is actually the fourth cause that you generally don't see very often because it's not a common failure, but if you've tried all of these things and it still isn't, your machine still isn't working, then this might be the cause of it. So we'll just boot it up and I'll show you what how the machine's behaving normally. So you can see it seems to be booting fine at the moment, and we'll get it towards the end of the boot process, and we'll see that it sort of just hangs here, and it will sit here for 2 to 3 minutes until it eventually, you can see the screen dims there, so it's pretty close to booting. So it's just at the portion where the stage where it's going to flick over to the login screen, but it won't. It will hang here for a few minutes before it finally does, and the trackpad will be extremely unresponsive. So what we'll do is we'll power this off now, and we'll swap the battery out. Okay. And yeah, I haven't screwed that in, but that should be fine. Don't mind the display, this is just a test one. That's why half the LEDs are not functioning. And just like that, we have a responsive machine again. So yeah, if none of those first three methods that I mentioned at the start have done it for you, then try this instead. If those three haven't done it, then it's likely the battery that needs to be replaced.